Maybe it's not working. All right. Hi, guys. Let me just... Are we leaving the link closed?
Yep.
Okay. The link is closed. Apparently, it's going to stay closed. Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for being so patient. I had to just really quickly assess all his symptoms and vitals. He's all good. He's all good. We're kind of borderline for going back to the hospital, but we'll take it easy for a little bit. He's fine, though. He's fine. So let me just, okay. Let's get started really quick. What does that sound? I'm not sure if I'm accidentally calling someone. Okay, Mary Spaziani, are you here? Hold on, you know what? I think my chat is not functioning. Are you guys able to comment?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Mary Spaziani, are you here? Sorry, guys. Electronics have not been my friend lately. It's perfectly okay. I'm suddenly ridiculously hot.
Yes, you are.
This lighting's okay. It's not. All right, we'll come back to Mary. Universal D, are you here? Excuse me. Okay. Universal D, are you here? Or Mary Spaziani, are you here? Down there, is that Jets TV? Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see. How about this? How about we just do some number wars to give people time to realize we's live.
Okay, one is good for me.
I don't care what's good for you. I'm gonna do 3.
7.
All right, let's see. Pick a number from 1 to 100. The first comment that I see that matches what I have written will win a Claire Tarot reading from me right now.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Excuse me. La 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 la. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. Sometimes I love you. Sometimes you make me blue. At times I feel good. Sometimes I feel used. Loving you, darling. I'm so jittery at this point. Makes me so confused.
Jeez, no one.
I think that's a challenge, you guys. He's challenging you to find the number. Just when I thought taking more than would a fool, back in love with you. I keep on falling in and out of love with you. I never Y'all,
Really?
let's do this, you guys. All right. All right. We're doing number wars. Pick a number from 1 to 100. The first comment that I see that matches the number I have written will win a Claire Tarot reading from me. I never love someone way they
What's the
are.
number again?
29.
Mary Spezio.
Hey, Mary. Nicole Plant, you won. Back in love with you. All right, Mary, don't go anywhere. Let's see. Ooh, oh. Oh. Here we go. Mary Spazia. No. Who won? Nicole Plant. Congratulations, Nicole Plant. All right, let's see. Oh. Whatever cycle you were in, it might have had to do with your job, like leaving the job. I'm not sure, but it's almost at its completion, and you're about to have a breakthrough. You're about to realize something super duper important for you on this journey, not just for your job, but for you, period. This is going to be where it's like the walls that have kept you very much confined when it comes to how you see yourself, the way you move forward in your life. Those are being torn down. It is awesome news. Like, I mean, not only are you having a completion, this breakthrough and this completion are so important. They go hand in hand. And you have to trust yourself. You have to trust your soul's ability to guide you through this life, okay? It will get you through every single problem you could possibly have. Every single struggle, everything. I'm hot. All right. All right, let's do one more. One more. Don't make me sing at you. Don't make me sing at you. I'm joking. You totally missed the faces I was making. Oh, I'm so glad, Nicole. I hope everything's been okay. I hope this is just like, something where you're freaking ready for it to be done and everything's been fine. Okay. I never love someone way that I love you. I got a number. What? Oh, these motherfuckers don't even know, girlfriend. It's done. It has to be finished, okay? So, y'all, pick a number from 1 to 100. The first comment that I see that matches the number I have written will win a Claire Tarot for me. Did I show you the number?
Oh, wow.
Okay. Never. All right.
I don't know anyone's gonna figure this one out.
Oh, say, can you see? Maybe YouTube will stop demonetizing my shit if I sing. By the dawn's early light, what so proudly we... Are they barking because of me? I think I made the dogs bark. You are so unpatriotic.
No.
She's been talking back a lot. I think it's her age. Shiva is 11. And now that she's 11, she just don't give a shit what you want. She do whatever the hell she feel like doing. And then she'll look at you like, oh, you were talking to me? She don't care. She don't care. All right. I never loved someone. Nicole Blunt. Nicole, you won at 5. Congratulations. Congratulations. Let's pull from another deck.
Congratulations.
I never loved someone. Oh, shit. Daddy, can you push this?
What?
Can you push this table closer to me?
Oh, yeah, I thought it was very close.
It's not. Things keep falling.
What about
Right.
those?
Oh, your aisle is number 5. Okay, Mary, you are up as soon as I'm done with this. Number 1 winner. Nicole Blunt. Nicole Deloncre. Here goes. Here goes. Here goes. Never love someone. Ooh. Okay, so at work, I know you had said that the manager was, a friend, fond of you, whatever it was. And then later on, you came and said something about like you guys aren't seeing eye to eye anymore. I see your comments, Mary. Is it still, are you guys still friends? Or are you still like at odds? Okay, so I think that's what's going to end this cycle. So card number 48, co-creation. You are going to co-create a solution for whatever this is, okay? It's going to involve an alliance. I think the alliance has to do with your manager, all right? And it's going to be something with generosity. I don't necessarily feel like it has to do with you giving something. This feels more like the boss might be generous with his support. It might be something more along those lines because it doesn't feel like anything else is going to be taken from you. Wow. Same thing kept being brought up over and over. These bastards. I think Mary has a super lag. Can you type for her to leave and then come back? I think he's going to support you. You should probably have a conversation with him. I'm sure he knows you pretty well. You've been there for a while, right? I think you've been there for a while, if I remember correctly. I think for as long as I've known you, you've been there. But yeah, I think it's going to resolve. I definitely feel like whatever this is, it's phasing itself out. It's phasing itself out. All right. So, did you type to Mary to? Oh, that's funny. You call him that? What does he say when you call him that? Does he get like, does he laugh or? All right. Let's just wait for Mary to come back. Mary, Mary, why you bugging? Do I look like a Mary? If you guys were to guess what my name is, what would you guess? What would you name me? Aside from badass. I'm joking. I'm so not badass, you guys. Hi, Mary. All right. Here we go. What would you guys name me? What name would you give me?
Well, you know.
Oh, you
I
know.
don't know.
I like him. I like him a lot. Okay. Ooh. All right. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Miss Swaziani would name me Karen. Karen. I know a Karen. I really, really like her. Different Karen. My Karen is an artiste. What was I going to do? Oh, cards.
That's good.
Yes. Gabriella. Okay. Chi-Chi. I like that. Sarah knows. Come here. Chi-Chi. You like that, Daddy? Come here, Chi-Chi. You can't see nothing. Look at that. Can't see nothing. Oh, little doe, y'all know my boobs are way down here. Okay, that was too far.
Not.
That was too far. All right, Mary. So you ask about intent. I hate to say this. I really hate to say this, but I feel like he's just kind of stringing you along. You're like the safety net. If you really want to be rid of him, you know, don't tell him that you're not going to contact him anymore. Just don't contact him. You know, just don't respond. Don't. Because then when you say you're not going to contact him, that's just a fun game for him to play. I'm not saying this like he's a bad person. I'm saying this like that's just his personality. That's his character. So let's see. He's going to sting you. And you know this. So card number 35. See, yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. What you think is very accurate. Card number 35, conscious connections. You don't have a conscious connection with him. He's there, seemingly present, when in reality he is looking at other fish. Okay? And you can't really say anything because you're not together. That's what he's going to say. Like, why are you tripping? We're not together. We're not in a relationship. Why do I have to tell you who I'm talking to? We're not in a relationship. Yet he wants you there. So he is a drone. He's a drone bee. You are the queen. He should probably be cut out. Okay? You already know where this is heading. If you continue contact, you're going to get stung much worse than the last time. Much worse. Okay? And if you want to avoid that, you probably need to cut that off. Cut off that channel that he's using. Oh, hold on. If you don't, hold on, these two cards popped up. They're behind the last two cards that I set down. How did I put it? Oh no, it's the first card that I put down. So when it first starts to happen, when it first starts, we're live, Ben. When it first starts to go back to old cycles, you're going to sit there and like, please, no, this is not going back there. This is like, we're different. We're in a better place. And you're going to be exhausted from trying so hard. And he's not going to be willing to pull you. Aside from stringing you along, he's not going to actually pull you to other places within this journey. You're not going to journey together. This is what I'm getting. Then card number 38, restore and replenish. It's going to leave you very depleted and feeling very broken. Okay. Yes, I've been thinking of that all day and made my mind up about not contacting him anymore. Don't tell him that, though. Don't tell him that, okay? Don't let him know that that's your plan. Because if you do, that's not going to be fun for you, okay? All right, so let us see. You also had a scan. Keep on falling. Okay, here we go. Okay. Are those areas, your head, feet, legs, and heart, are those areas that really like are uncomfortable for you? I'm still live, guys. You want to reopen the link or leave it closed?
Leave it alone.
I don't know why I keep asking you that. Okay, it seems like those are areas. Do you have gout? Have you been diagnosed with gout? It seems like those are areas where there's a buildup of something. Hold on. Which areas is it? Okay. If it is gout, it protects the, a study is showing that gout may protect the brain from Alzheimer's. All right. So I was looking and I'm wondering if this is like some sort of onset of gout. If maybe you should go see some sort of specialist to make sure, because if it's gout, I think you have to avoid certain types of foods because that will cause it to flare up. Let's see. I see crystallization. Let's see. Do they have a picture? Okay, this is what I see. I'll take a picture and I'll show you. Yeah. All right. So it looks similar to that. So it is uric acid. Because I've never looked at a picture of uric acid before, so I wasn't sure if it was that. That's what I see. Yeah, the walk-in is still there. It's not interfering with anything or causing any type of like additional struggle. Hey, did that discomfort just begin after I had shared with you that I detected a walk-in? Did that begin after that? Which tea are you talking about, Chris? I'm wondering if you're pulling in their previous health history, like their previous health struggles. Lipton tea. I don't know. I've never heard of that working. I've never heard of that working. Gosh. Let's see. Oh, it's not strange that the causal relationship of uric acid to migraine has repeatedly been referenced. Let's see. Yeah, it seems like there's connection. Excessive uric acid is the cause of migraine. Yeah, people have written quite a few. People have written quite a few types of articles about it. Yeah. So you'd have to see your doctor. If it was like localized, like one specific area, my mom would get gout and it would affect her ankles. I have a way to remedy that. Instead of the pills, I would go ahead and take bentonite clay powder. It's the dry form. And I would make a paste by using raw apple cider vinegar. So I mix those two together, apply it to her ankles, and I let it completely dry. When it's completely dry, I will then soak her entire foot and ankle in a very warm Epsom bath. And that helps to also draw out some of the toxins and all of that jazz. And then I would scrub it off with a nail brush, like exfoliate it off. And she would experience a cessation of her pain rather quickly. So, but I don't know if it's like systemic the way it is with you. You have to go see the doctor. You don't want things to further complicate. And you want to be able to have medications that will help alleviate whatever symptoms you're feeling, okay? So sorry, Mary. I'm usually really big on no, don't take medication. For something like this, it probably is best to see what kind of medications would provide you relief, would help to kind of mitigate that, okay? I know with bentonite clay, there are people who say you can take it internally. I know there are many people who have safely done so, but if you don't prepare it properly and you don't drink enough fluid, there's a very real potentiality of causing impaction of your bowels. That's where there's basically a blockage of your bowel, okay? And that could lead to perforation, all kind of different crazy things that will be very complicated. So if you're gonna do that, make sure you really know what you're doing. I would highly suggest a doctor instead, all right? Thank you, Mary. Let's see. All right. Universal D, are you here? Universal D. Yeah, Dillsbury, you want to make sure, definitely want to make sure you're doing things properly. A lot of people have this notion that it's natural. It's healthy, it's natural, and that's not always the case. Sometimes you can really, really harm yourself with natural stuff. You're welcome, Mary. Universal D, are you here? Maybe he's not here. Like a river, the river soul, like a river, hush, oh fuss, baby, stand and deliver. Hush your fuss, baby, stand and deliver. Her husband's like, what I have on right now. Let's see. So I was like, órale pues, chica. So, oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. So, first, I filled everything in with CoverGirl Exhibitionist Lip Liner in garnet red. And then I was like, that's just not órale pues enough. And so I went and I got the NYX Suede Matte Lip Liner in Cold Brew. And then I was like, no, that's too órale pues. So I topped it with Wet and Wild Behind the Bleachers. I went all the way back to the 90s. Actually, I never wore this in the 90s. I went ahead and wore, I'll show you. That's this shade right here. Just around the outside, blot that bitch. And then you take like a frosty white all along the inside. Blot that bitch again. You're ready. I didn't have the balls to do black. So you got to blot, 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 blot. And not just blot, you got to really with the lips. Drag it in. All right, so let's see. Let's stop with that. Okay. Miss Melissa, are you here? Miss Melissa. She's here. Yes. I sat up for that one. Let's see. Okay. Okay. All right. So Miss Melissa, let's see. All right. Okay. We're gonna do your reading first, and then I'll do your scan. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. Hush up. What's up? What's that song? Mm-hmm. What's up? Hush up. What are the words? Shut up. Mm-hmm. It ends with shut up. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, girlfriend. Mm-hmm. Oh, don't do it. No, I'm joking. Or maybe not. Okay. So there is a rebel. A rebel who is breaking the chains, okay? They're breaking the chains. You got some sort of golden eagle. Apparently, that's a whole lot of hair. Let me just have a second. Okay. So there's a person, they're breaking, even you gotta laugh about this. There's a person, they're breaking the chains, whatever chains that were stopping the process, they're breaking the chains. Let me see. So, honesty, truth, majesty, strength, courage, wisdom, power, and freedom. That's what this represents, the golden eagle. Wisdom and freedom. When an eagle appears to you, it means that you're being put on notice. Is that right? you're being put on notice. The symbolic message of the golden eagle is to allow every closing door. It's a message to not try to force or manipulate your way through. So they're breaking the chains. I think this is going to be a process. This is definitely going to be a process. It's not, whoever this is for you, it's not something that's just going to happen. Okay. This is something that's already happening. It's already started, but it's going to have to continue a bit longer. So you're going to have to look beyond illusions. I'm sorry. I'm like on a whole nother level of closet pervert. That looks like a clitoris on your forehead. And is that just me? Does that look like a vajayjay?
No.
Okay, it's just me. I don't know, girl. Does that look like to you? Shit.
It's a pearl.
Let me just stop. You have to look beyond the illusion. You might get impatient. You might, and again, I honestly don't know who this is for you. Okay. Looks like a butterfly dildo. I didn't know what that is. Okay. It's leading to integration. Integration of so many different things. Let's look at what the swan means. Spiritual meaning of the swan. Swan. Celebrates beauty, culture, art, love, faith, and the depth of soul. Swans never plunge beneath the waters. Ooh. Sailors believe that swan symbolic meaning is a sign against shipwreck. Balance. It also represents balance. Swan symbolism heralds the development of our intuitive abilities and altered states of awareness. I wonder if you, and they also have the Ouroboros. So, you know, it might seem like this is another phase of the snake chasing its own tail, but is it? Is it? Only you know the answer to that, okay? But you have to look beyond illusions. I wonder if there's going to be something that, oh. Okay. So I'm also told to look at these cards. Understanding. I think you, better than anyone else, can understand what it's like to be in a cage within yourself. It's not necessarily something happening outside of you, but the process is inside you where maybe you want to kind of fight what the organic flow is. Maybe you need better understanding so you can better comply with what your soul is trying to get you to do. And it's that like uncertain feeling of what the hell is going on here, you know, and not being given an answer. So I think you're going to need to allow that understanding to come forward. This might include some sharing of thoughts, of struggles, maybe communication between you and another person. Excuse me. Whoever this is your sunflower. They're your sunflower. They're your reflection, or maybe you're their sunflower. You're like a really beautiful reflection of a light they can't seem to find within themselves. And there you are with a candle, just really flowing. It's going to eventually lead to harmony. Daddy, does this look like someone?
Huh?
Does this look like someone as a child? Someone you know as a child?
I don't know. Yeah.
Harmony. It leads to harmony. And you're going to need to go with the flow. Okay? Just allow yourself to go with the flow of wherever your journey takes you. I don't know And I'm not just saying I don't know because I don't want to like reveal stuff. I can jump to conclusions real damn good. Like you'd swear I was a fucking jump rope champion. My level of ability to jump to conclusions is fucking advanced. But I really don't know what this means. I can make guesses, but there's no solid like, oh, it's this, this, and this. I hope that makes sense. All right. So let us see what else. Oh, the scan. Okay. Let us see what's going on. It's almost like I see you sitting in a garden. I see you with shorts and garden gloves. And it's like you're happy. You're happy, and there's not much that you have to do for the day other than garden. You know, it's like you don't have many plans after that. Why am I being shown this though? What does gardening mean to you? Because now I'm just being shown you moving to other parts of your garden. Does gardening mean something to you? Weeds. So it's not necessarily that you're planting something. It's more that you're removing the things that are overgrown and not things you want to keep there. Okay, so that's probably the message from your higher self. I don't see any points of breach. I don't see any entry points. I don't see any damage. Are you vibrating right now? You're pulling us somewhere. How do you feel? I'm still surging too. My head actually hurts. So I did the activation for you. All right. Can you hand me one of my crystals over there? There's a double terminated. It has 2 points. That's right under there somewhere. Thank you. Hey, can you do me another favor? Pulse oximeter, the thing that goes on the finger. Can you put that back on his finger and check what his heart rate is?
Sure.
Thank you. All right, how's the surging now? Steady flow. Okay, good. No dizziness? This part hurts. Okay. Okay. Just loveliness. Good. All right. Let me mark this. Oh, so do you want this to be public, like the information I'm about to share, or would you prefer that I privately send you this information? Your higher self says, say it. You're alive at a time that was a very, very long time ago. I was brought to what looked like a platform portion, or maybe it was the top of a pointless pyramid. So we were on like a platform. Because of certain types of beliefs about what was going on. Okay. You were in charge of carrying out the orders from those who were in power. The ruler, there were 3 that were they were determined to have been, I guess you could say, malicious energies. These 3 carried with them coding that was very detrimental for the continuation of this people. You were the executioner. You drowned them. Do you know what event I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that was brought up. So I guess there's like a more complex history between you and, you know, They did apparently have someone who assisted, who wasn't part of the three. I think you know who this is as well. Excuse me. You connected, I'm told, to state you connected with the individual for a short period. You be knowing, girl. You be knowing. Yeah. And so that's why, you know, I think you just needed to know these things at this point because you're ready to like quantum leap forward. Okay. So thank you so much. All right. The River Soul or Universal D. Are either of you here? You're welcome. Many say that I'm too young to let you know just where I'm coming from. Okay, I don't think they're here. But you will see.
He said the Korean zombie movie he's watching made his heart a little.
Is that what I felt?
And yeah, he's like, man, it got me a little pumped. I'm like, oh shit.
I told him he can't watch aggressive things anymore.
Zombies.
He can't watch like drug movies. You know, like you get all caught up, like, oh, you could, yeah. Because I was taking his vitals one day. He was watching Breaking Bad. And it was when the brother-in-law was going to turn him in.
Oh, yeah.
This punk ass motherfucker. I was like, woo, you can't watch this shit. You can't control yourself. Okay, I don't think they're here. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, Nicole Plant. Like a river, hush of us. Hello. Run me like a river, hush of us, baby, stand and deliver.
Here.
Yes, I'm going to get started. So breathe very deep and very slow. Ooh. I swear, Deadova. Y'all, if I could play this for you. She takes shit to another level. How do you feel? It's running hella hard. Yay! So with today's expedite, this was very, very, very deeply hidden stuff. Okay. You could even say it went to the depth of subatomic level. There were a lot of things that were like little shards that typically go unnoticed, but I think you've gone through enough, what would I call it? Enough growth for that to be able to be recognized as something that has to be removed. So you're doing really good. I know you've been really frustrated with work and stuff like that. That agitation was to help clear other things away. Okay, so keep at it. Okay, Nicole. Hey, Universal D. Yeah, yeah. All right, you're welcome. Universal D, are you ready? I like the way you work it. No diggity. I'm about to bag it up.
Not really.
All right. Hey, Leanne. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, that bass drop. All right. Okay. Breathe deep and slow. How do you feel? So your palm chakras have gone active. As I was doing the work, there was an attempt to interfere. You don't necessarily have a parasitic issue. You definitely picked the right. You definitely picked the right expedite. You absolutely. There was draconian coding within your auric field that usually, if it's dormant, if there's absolutely no, I guess you could say, desire for draconian handlers to activate that, then it'll pretty much go unnoticed. You had draconian code activated. So there was no actual breach yet. Okay, that's a good thing. There was no actual breach yet, but the coding was firing up, like full fire up, full activation. I don't know what was going to be attempted, but I'm hoping that this intervention type work completely eliminated their ability to try something, even, you know, tonight or however many weeks from now. Okay, so with that, it's really important that you maintain your auric space. Draconian things have a tendency to not bother with normal, average people. So this means they were very interested in you. I don't know why. You're going to have to make sure that you don't allow anyone or anything entry through ego. Okay. I don't believe you have a problem with your ego. Like, I don't believe that you have some sort of narcissistic or overly inflated self-importance. I don't think you have that. Like before, you know, if you have parts of you that feel kind of like, you know, I don't know if I can handle this. It's, you know, maybe a mild insecurity type thing. Draconians are very, very good at finding even the most mildest, most subtle insecurity and turning it into a wide, gaping hole. Yeah, no, your ego doesn't function the way the average ego functions. When it flares up, it makes you feel really small. So I don't feel like you have any type of, like, what was I saying? I don't feel like you have any type of, you know, typical ego struggle, like no narcissism type thing. Oh, I'm wondering if narcissism is a topic that triggers you. Do you get called a narcissist by some people and then it triggers you? Okay. Some people might begin to call you a narcissist, like for no real reason. These are people being brought to you as Trojans. These are people who are, you know, like weak-minded, easily influenced. I don't say those things as derogatory things. I mean, people might take it as that, but I'm not saying it as a derogatory thing. I'm using it as an identifier. These are characteristics that are often shared and exploited by parasites. They use the people as Trojans. I don't really like the topic either. So did you deal did you deal with a narcissist growing up? Like maybe your caretaker or, you know, family member, and you don't have to say who, but did you deal with a narcissist when you were growing up? Okay. Okay. So I'm wondering if you're going to be called in. It has to do with narcissism. Okay. It is a topic involving narcissism that is going to continuously be brought in front of you to try and trigger you. I would tell you if I felt like you were a narcissist. I would tell you if I felt like you have narcissistic tendencies. A lot of what's going on, a lot of what's going to be attempted to, a lot of what has the potentiality of being exploited is this unresolved thing that you have with the topic of narcissism. And I'm wondering if, you mentioned your mom. I'm wondering if it has to do with unresolved things with your mom, things that maybe will take a little bit more time for you to become comfortable bringing to her, or I mean, everyone's just different. I don't know how it's going to fully play out, but it has to do with narcissism, and it has to do with using these trigger points you still have, which we all still have triggers. But these are trigger points you might have thought that you had resolved, and you probably resolved it to a certain degree, but not enough to remove that trigger as something that can be exploited by Draconians. Draconians are very, very advanced in their manipulation, very advanced. In fact, so advanced that they're the ones that created the paradigm, the matrix that we exist within. They're the ones that designed the social, they're the social engineers. Social engineers. They created the types of connections that we now have. They were the driving force behind the attempt to overthrow the matriarch and turn our societies into patriarchal. They were the ones that did that. They convinced some wounded masculines that this is how you become powerful. And I don't blame the masculines for this. They had wounds that were exploited. Being wounded is not being weak. So I think all of this applies to you. Yeah, it is the cause of separation. I think all of this applies to you. Having wounds doesn't make you weak. This is what I learned in anatomy, okay? Scar tissue is quite possibly the most powerful tissue in the body. Wherever you have a wound, scar tissue will develop. Once that scar tissue is finished healing, once that wound is finished healing, it will be much stronger than its surrounding areas. So let's look at a broken bone. You can break your arm however many times you want. But once the break heals, it will probably never break in that same place again. It'll break just beside it. It'll break further away from it, but it will not break where that scar tissue exists. So what if life's really wounded you? What if life has just been one big thing of wounding you left and right? Well, that means you're fucking walking armor and you're badass. You survived it all. You still stay soft. You still stay humble. You still stay loving. And that makes you even more badass. So fuck all these people that are going to try and say shit to you, try and trigger you. They're nothing but weak-minded Trojans. Fuck you. Away with you. That's all you got. Fuck you. Away with you. I'm done. And then just drop the mic. Drop the mic and you're good. Okay, so let's do your reading. Thanks for letting me know about that. Here we go. Oh, did I do Miss Melissa's general reading? I did. Okay. It's all right. It's all right. All right. Here we go. What is that? Oh, jumbo sound? Mm-hmm. Michael says it's such an erratic way to show. I say mind your business. Mind you. Okay, here we go. Oh. Yep. Okay. So here goes. Card number 29, seeing the true you. This is about allowing yourself to be sitting on your throne. Sorry, I really had to clear my throat. Sitting on your throne within your heart. That's where your proper place is. Seated within your heart. And who gives a shit if your blood runs black? It's a lot easier to see your reflection through every single part of you. Some people might not understand and mistake how your energy is different than theirs and how you can reflect all their toxicity. They don't like that. They don't like that. And you don't have to care. It's not that you shouldn't care about nothing. You should care about things that matter. It's not that you shouldn't give a fuck. You should give many fucks, keep them in a storehouse and use them for things that are important to you. Okay? So this is about seeing the real you. People are going to keep trying serving you tea. Unless it's vodka in that teacup, we're going to pass. I don't even drink alcohol. I don't. But I'm not tea. So here, hold on. Why is this not? Okay, we'll put it down. Card number 19, dream a beautiful dream. I'm kind of being led to believe, did I see something? I don't typically scroll on Insta. Michael says I saw something of yours. A project? Or am I making that up? I don't know. I don't remember. What was it? What was it? Like a project? He says ventures. Does that mean anything to you? Ventures? Adventure through the hills? Are you going on a trip? Venture through the hills. I wonder if because sometimes his language is a little bit archaic. He didn't say adventures. He says ventures through the hills. So when you venture somewhere, it's like you're traveling. Let me see the actual definition. A risky or daring journey or undertaking. When you venture, you dare to do something or go somewhere that may be dangerous or unpleasant. Oh, business venture. A business enterprise in which the expectation of gain is accompanied by the risk of loss or failure. I don't know. I don't know, but it's going to lead to ripples. These ripples are going to really enhance your life. I don't know what the ripples are. I'm just shown energy and it ripples and ripples and ripples. And it comes from you seated within your heart. Okay. You have a lot of things that are coming up. Card number 34, in the world, not of the world. So be careful with how you take this. Be careful with how you take this, okay? You're in the world, not of the world. That makes us no better nor worse. We are here to do a job, and we do that job, and then we go home. So you're in the world, not of the world. You're not here to conform, nor are you here to attempt to get other people to feel ashamed or less than because they're not as much as you based on their perception. That's something you can't help if someone is, feeling that. But what I'm kind of getting the feeling of is you might be soon struggling with this because there might be people who will see your growth, see maybe your abundance coming in, whatever it is, they'll see it. And then they'll feel less than and be jealous and lash out at you. If people lash out at you, obviously you don't have to just take it, but you definitely have to try and understand the reasoning behind that lashing out. I think that's an important part of what you're here to learn. The reasoning behind the words, the reasoning behind the actions. And then there you are, card number 4, against the grain. Every time I see this card, I'm reminded of the seagulls from Finding Nemo. Mine, mine, mine. Yeah. Everyone is going to want a piece of you, a piece of whatever it is you're going to do. Whatever this is, it's yours and yours alone. Yours to share with or withhold from whoever. This is yours. But just know, you're in the world, not of the world. So the withholding, the not allowing, the excluding out of vindictiveness, definitely not accusing, but just furthering the message that soul is bringing, that is of this world. Okay, that's human behavior. If you're not just human, if you have this elevated filtering through elevated consciousness, then you're held to a different standard. You're held to a different expectation than a regular human being. It's the equivalent of if you are in a nursery with a whole bunch of 2-year-olds. Yes, you're in the nursery, but if you're 22, despite the fact that you're around 2-year-olds, you cannot begin to act like a 2-year-old, you know? So not necessarily saying that's what's happening, that's what you're doing. I think it has to do more with, these are tests you're going to go through. Your soul is going to try and test you to see how much you've learned, how deeply that lesson has been taken in. And it's very, very easy for us to go back to that knee-jerk reaction of a human reaction of lashing out, slapping back. You know, hey, I'm not going to judge you. If that's what ends up happening, then that's what ends up happening. And kind of just assess what got me there. At what point did I recognize I was about to lose control? And I just kept letting it ride. And I think maybe that's what the lesson might be about, recognizing the nuances of you. Like, I know I can be very, very patient, but once you take me past a certain point and I know the symptoms of me approaching that point of no return, well, I will just fuck shit up after this point. And when I feel myself approaching, okay, girl, pull it back, pump the brakes. And that's what I have to do. So these are things you're learning. You're learning things at an accelerated rate and expected to master these lessons one by one. That's indicative of you reaching higher levels of consciousness, you know, where the tests become more nuanced. The lessons become more nuanced. That's definitely higher level consciousness functioning. All right. Thank you. All right. River Soul, are you here? Like a river, hush your fuss, baby, stand and deliver. Hush your fuss. Oh, there she is. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. You're welcome. Okay, let's see. Ooh. I'll do your reading first to see where that takes us, okay? Can you take his BP again? And take a picture of the results, please?
The arm or the finger?
The arm. The finger is a pulse oximeter. It just takes your oxygen levels within your bloodstream. All right. Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Ooh. Ah, it didn't fall. All right. Hush your fuss, baby, stand and deliver. Okay, so. Oh, okay, we got this. 8 of Summer. The desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. So if you're kind of considering, moving forward, it can be something as dramatic. It can be something as dramatic as moving out completely, or something more subtle where you're moving out of an old house of thought, and moving into a new way of seeing, living, perceiving. So you're definitely ending one chapter and beginning a new one. Card number 16, life experience. Let go of old belief systems. Oh, well, there you go. Let go of old belief systems that no longer work for you. An important life-changing event, a situation that leads to significant opportunities. So it's kind of like your soul is encouraging you to go through the tower. Not just wait for a tower moment, but actually go through it. Not around it, not under it. You're not being asked to climb it. You're going straight through it. Okay, there's a path that you're already on that's going to take you through the tower moment. And no matter what's happening to the tower, you will be okay. All right, you will be okay internally. You will figure it out. You will be able to move forward in a very strong, very solid way. You might not feel it emotionally, but you've never really been one to like totally half-ass things. That's what I'm being told to remind you. You've never been one to totally half-ass things. In your mind, you might be like, I don't really want to do this, but you always finish. You finish, you finish, you finish, okay? I'm also being told a pause in something is not you. A pause is not equivalent to a failure, okay? So take school, for example. If you're in college and you take a pause and then you go back to finish whatever you were doing, that's not a failure, that's a pause. There's a difference. So card number 10, the wheel. Delays are over, sudden or unexpected good luck, a new car or travel. So you're totally being taken somewhere else. I think within yourself. I think the way you see your journey, the way you see everything, it's already a very solid, very stable view. But now you're also going to be taken to a higher level, okay? This higher level, a lot of people don't understand. In order for you to reach a higher level of consciousness, your membrane has to be sanded raw. It has to be cleared away, that layer, like a cocoon. It's that layer on the outermost part of you. That's what's become hardened, become very calloused. Those are the parts that are going to be sanded the most. And those are the parts of you that are going to feel the most raw. But usually when you feel extremely raw emotionally, you feel exhausted mentally, and you're just so overwhelmed, that's because you've shed a layer. You've finished a cycle of shedding. And that leaves you feeling like your nerve endings are exposed for a little bit, but eventually you acclimate and you continue, okay? Queen of Winter, strong, patient, self-sufficient, funny. Let go of people or things that no longer serve you. Now is a time to focus on your career, unmarried or divorced individuals. So you're going this alone. Oh, does Shiva have a sled? Because I'm like, you're going this alone, and then suddenly I get this blip of, oh, that's Shiv's sled. Shiva doesn't have a sled, right? Hold that. No, I did not type in Shiva LSD. I put sled. Okay, they brought up a Luger. Shiva Keshavad. No, I don't know. Maybe Shiva doesn't have a sled. Sorry. Well, we'll just leave that alone. But you're going to get through this. You're going to be riding comfortably within yourself. You'll get through this journey into you. Hold on. Shiva have a sled? I'm going to keep asking this. He doesn't, right? Right? He doesn't have a sled. Okay, I mean, but does he? No, I've never seen him with a sled. Does he have a vehicle? Hold on. Okay, maybe if I put Lord Shiva. What? Smoking weed? Are y'all kidding me? Lord Shiva vehicle. Nandi. Oh, I love the name Nandi. Wait. What is the vehicle of Lord Shiva? Oh, Shiva rides a bull. Nandi, bull Vahana of the Hindu god Shiva, identified as the god's vehicle since the Kushan dynasty. Is Nandi male or female? Nandi translates as joy, so Shiva is writing joy. Okay, let me just stop. Okay, we're going to go ahead and let me look at which. Okay. Ready? Okay. All right. Okay, he's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you do the finger thing?
Yeah. No, we just did.
I just want to I want to cross-reference the pulse rate. All right, let me get a song. All right. Okay. Hold on. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm sitting on pillows. You probably don't know. All right. Breathe very deep and very slow. Ooh. How do you feel?
Okay.
The BP is stable. I have to call for the heart rate though. So I'm told to ask you to close your eyes, breathe very deep and very slow. Allow yourself to become aware of your A-OK. Within the A-OK, there's a box. It's a very small box, almost like a ring box. Allow yourself to retrieve that small box. Feel it coming from your chest. Feel it in your hands. Very slowly, very gently, open the box. Don't tell anyone what's inside. That's just for you to know. You might begin to feel your back, ice fire sensation, with an intensification at the top of your shoulders, back of your neck, and back of your skull. So I'm going to leave you to just sit in this space and really allow yourself to be fully present in your experience. Just breathe and experience. If you have anything that is too physically uncomfortable, any type of elevated nausea, just comment and let me know, and I'll try and alleviate that, okay? Tremendous amounts of shift. I expect you to be very emotional, to feel very overwhelmed, to question why on earth are you being gifted with this type of experience. It's not a gift. It's something that belongs to you. It always has. Okay? It's only for you and no one else. So just continue your experience. I'm going to move forward. Teresa. Teresa Shuffle? No. How do you say her name again? Shuffle. Teresa Shuffle. Hey. My hair looks extra thick today, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's so not.
It's not it.
Yes. Don't cry for me, Argentina. The truth is I never left you. All through the sad time,
You guys feel like that?
my mad existence. Wait, who? Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
Your notification didn't go off. I hate YouTube. All right, I think Teresa's not here right now. Should I just go ahead and do this and give her the timestamp?
I don't know.
All right. Okay. Let's just give her some time. Deb Lashbrook. Okay. Cool. Deb. All right, she's here. Okay. Ooh. I suddenly feel like my ass literally is on fire. Immediately, your higher self basically tells me that it's the food. And I mean, you're already aware of this. You have to prioritize your food, what you're eating. Your body is becoming more and more reactive to it. Okay. God, I don't know how you would resolve that, because your circumstance is pretty unique. It's very difficult to do. It's not impossible, but it's very difficult to do, and it takes cooperation from other people within your house. That's the very difficult part, is to get them to cooperate. I see a lot of like micro fractures in your belly. I guess it would be kind of like the equivalent of stretch marks on your mid and core shield. More the mid shield than the core. The core shield has a little bit of the stretch marks. The mid shield has a good amount. You're on the verge of shit. Okay, Deb, I really don't want to say this, but this is what your higher self is telling me. You're at the cusp of a medical crisis with your belly. It doesn't just feel like a belly ache. Medical crisis, your higher self is not dramatic and would not just say crisis. To me, this feels like a full-on, like, potential, you got to go to the hospital and stay in the hospital for some time in order to resolve this type of crisis, like a full-on crisis, okay? So the back of your head, not the actual head, but the auric shield, right in this area right here, especially towards the bottom. It looks like there's something has been trying so damn hard to breach. There's no breach. The structural integrity of that back part looks like it's close to failing. It legit looks like if someone took a bat to your window, to your car window, the windshield. You know how it gets all shattered and kind of like concave in certain areas? That's what it looks like. I can repair that for you. Are you able to eat chicken? Are you able to eat chicken, and are you able to eat broccoli? Are you, okay. What protein are you able to eat? Are you not reactive to? I would definitely, shit. Is it because you were Your higher self reminds me that you were once an avian. So I'm wondering if it's like you're eating your cousins. That's just so stupid to say. I'm sorry, Deb. Meat seems to be a no. You'll find something. I don't have any ideas off the top of my head, but let me go ahead and do that work on the back of your head. I was going to say, let me see if I can work on your belly as well. Your higher self says, go ahead and try, but it's not going to work. Because if you eat something you're reactive to again, obviously that overrides whatever energetic work I did. Your higher self says this is a lesson in you choosing yourself. You probably are not accustomed to making a big fuss about yourself. Like you don't like to do that. Your higher self kind of wants you to make a big fat fuss because this is really important for your health. It's not you just being picky. That's what your higher self is saying to me. So breathe very deep and very slow. Let me just get a song. Ooh. You might feel a little nauseous and working on your belly. Archive is standing behind you. How do you feel? Face is still swollen. Okay. Do you feel any mild queasiness in your belly? Yes, just Erica. We'll do that for you. So what I did energetically was basically exfoliate the inside of your intestinal wall, the small and the large intestine down through to the colon. I did this energetically. When I've done this previously for other clients, I used a similar technique, very, very similar technique to address fibroids within the uterine wall. Every time I've done this, it's triggered another menstrual cycle, and all of that lining is kind of sloughed off, excreted, and they don't have fibroids anymore. I'm not saying I'm a healer, but I'm saying this is probably the same type of process you're going to experience. I wouldn't be surprised if very shortly you will have an urgent need to go potty. And, you know, maybe you won't, but there is a likelihood you might. Don't be surprised if over the next day or two your bowel movements seem different. Like there's way more kind of being cleaned out. Okay. Yeah. I don't know any other thing that I can recommend in regards to like food. It's really hard because, you know, when you're reactive to food, it becomes a really complex journey, really, really complex, because then you also have to take into consideration cross reactivity and all this really intense stuff. You'll figure it out, Deb. I know you will. Okay. Hopefully, this will prevent or at the very least delay any type of medical crisis. I really hope. I really hope. All right. Thank you, Deb. Okay, Kyra. Oh no, wait, no. Sorry. Teresa. Is Teresa here? Did you see Teresa? Teresa Chaffel, are you here? I don't feel her. All right. Okay, hold on, let me just, okay. All right. Bellanova. Bellanova, are you here? Mm-hmm. Oh, she's here. Okay. What was it again? Oh, okay. Well, let me clear my throat. Okay. All right. Let's see what the cards say. I suck at shuffling. Look at that. Look at that. Energy just went super high. Pulling the astral. Okay. There it goes. All right. So, Princess of Autumn, studious, responsible, cheerful, mischievous. Happy news about your career, promotions, or scholarships. You have to go ahead and launch your company, okay? You have to launch it. Whatever needs to be tweaked, changed, removed, you can do it after it's already launched. It doesn't have to be a perfectly oiled, perfectly calibrated machine for it to begin functioning. As a matter of fact, when engines are first built, they tend to not run. They tend to need to do all sorts of adjustments. Right, Daddy?
Yeah.
When you replace the engine, it's not just plug this in and it's ready. No, you have to do a lot of adjustments once it's already plugged in. So the same thing with you, okay? Well thought out plans that go perfectly, needing a little push to get going. There you go. I'm wondering if the potential collaboration might be the push, you know? Right. Done is better than perfect, but let's be honest here. Let's be like seriously honest here. Your version of just done is so many other people's version of perfection. Let's give ourselves a little bit of credit where a lot of bit of credit is due. Okay. Your version of done is it's very, very thorough, very well thought out, very well planned, very well executed. And you know, that's just one of your quirks, is that whatever you do, it's still not enough. That's a Virgo thing. Okay, that's a Virgo thing. Exactly. Night of Winter, unfounded fear. Focusing on worst case scenarios, allowing worry to grow out of proportion to the problem. See, there you are in fairy form. The worries. Okay, so here's how you empower yourself. You recognize that you will always find things to adjust, to fine tune. No matter how long you've worked on a project, no matter how long you've worked on this or that, that doesn't matter. You're going to always find something to fine tune. And that can be your strength rather than be the thing that continues to cripple you. If you can find it within yourself to just push forward, despite feeling like it's not good enough, then you will begin to really experience the ability to fine tune, and then it can be perfect until you find something else within it to fine tune. That's just a Virgo thing, girl. You're never going to get past that if you don't push yourself past that. Okay. Prince of Spring, charming, self-confident, passionate, restless, riding on a damn bunny. Immediate action. Challenge you can successfully manage. A passionate relationship. Maybe the passionate, let me slow myself down. Maybe the passionate relationship is between self and soul. So, immediate action. A challenge you can successfully manage. Let go of the fear. It's taking up too much space. If you allow that fear to continue to occupy so much real estate within your auric kingdom, it then will begin to enact the laws of squatterhood. It's going to become a squatter. And you're familiar with California law. California, you squat somewhere for, I think, 14 days straight, you're now a resident. You're going to have to be taken to court to evict. Do you want your fear to be a resident? And if that fear is already a resident within the house of your mind, are you going to allow that squatter to continue to squat on your property? Some stuff to think about. Definitely some stuff to think about. You have 48 hours to think. What the fuck? Your higher self has decreed. You have 48 hours to think. I don't know if that's just like guidance or a threat. It doesn't feel good to me. It feels like your higher self is going to push you You have 48 hours to think. She put caps lock. I'm not saying it. I'm just delivering messages. I don't even know what it means. Got 48 hours to think. Let's see. All done. Hold on. Hold it. Okay. Sounds like you're banned. Sorry. Un momento, por favor. And that's a Pisces. Keeping shit real. Here we go. Let's move forward. Thank you, Bellanova. La 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 la. Teresa Jaffa. So I think you have 48 hours, literally. I don't know to do what, though. I know it's probably going to induce quite a bit of anxiety within you. I don't know what it's for. I'm trying to think. I'm not being given any indicators as to exactly what that means. I think Teresa's not here. Dil Mary Soto. Look at all this frizz happening already. There you go. My hair isn't actually thick. It's just frizzy. Dills Mary, are you here? Yay! Okay. Hi. All right, here we go. Y'all realize? Banned, why? Because that's what happens when people are fucking rude in the comments of videos that are expired, videos that are just recorded, you know? How's that sound? Well, sounds like you're banned. That's what that sounds like. You can keep it real somewhere else. That's what that sounds like. Shit, don't get on my ass just because I'm fucking interpreting cards. Thousands of other readers on YouTube. Right. Go to them. Shit. All right. Here goes. Here goes. Here goes. Ooh, look at you. Ooh. The juxtaposition of it. All right. So here goes. King of Summer, honorable, devoted, mature, warm-hearted, a romantic partner you can trust. Excellent advice that comes from the heart, getting involved in a cultural or creative endeavor. So this kind of tells me that you're already getting yourself involved in the types of things that will really help you to be accessible to those in need. It feels like helping is something that's very prominent, like a prominent need for you. Are you Piscean? I know I've seen you in quite a few of the live streams. I love your name, by the way. Sometimes after the live is done, I find myself saying your name over and over. I just had to tell you that. I say it in my head. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Oh my gosh. So you're a Piscean. Okay, so that would explain why I kind of feel like I was about to say before I asked if you're a Piscean, do you find yourself going out of your way to kind of basically look for people to help? You know, like if you know that some homeless person consistently sits at a specific intersection, when you're able, you go to that intersection to give them some food or give them some money or give them, whatever you think it is that they're needing. It's that type of thing that I'm sensing from you. Trying to convince yourself not to help people is going to hurt you so much. It's just a part of you. That's how your heart is. And you totally strike me as someone who, it doesn't even matter if they repay you. That's not why you do it. You want to help, like genuine help. We have Ace of Winter. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. Amazing new ideas that should be implemented. You're definitely on the path you're supposed to be on. This path will involve a lot of challenges, a lot of gripes from people around you. Okay? The people around you don't understand why your heart functions the way it does. That doesn't mean they're bad people. It doesn't mean that they're somehow less than you. And I know you already know that. It just means you can't wait for people who don't understand to necessarily support you. It's very difficult for people to support things they don't understand. It's hard. It's hard. That's a hard human thing. If I can't wrap my mind around who you are, what you are, I don't know if I would like invite you to stay around me and be like deep in my journey. And you know what I mean? I don't know that I would like really go out of my way to like promote you and support you. I have to really know and resonate with something before I can support it, before I can be like, yeah, you should totally do it. I think most of the people in your environment, they just don't quite get why you're the way you are. They're more earth-based type mentality. Not all of them, but a large portion. Earth-based type mentality where you're just such a pushover. Oh my gosh, why do you do that? That's like, you're endangering yourself. Oh my God. And they just don't understand. This is you. This is what you're here to do. You're already on your path. It might be a good idea for you to make this a little more formal. Do you have any type of like, I don't know, maybe like a degree in social work, or it feels like you should have a 501c3, a nonprofit. It feels like you need to be a part of that, a nonprofit. I feel like you're going to do something amazing with this. I don't know what you would focus on though. It's almost like it doesn't even matter what you focus on. As long as you're helping, you're doing your job, your sole job. Ace of Autumn, a windfall of money, advice, or assistance from others, a very successful project, a happy change in your career. You're like so adorable. There you go. Yeah. Have you considered starting a nonprofit, a 501c3? Ooh. What type of recovery? Well, you know what? Maybe that's too much info. I'm sorry for prying if you felt that was too much. I just get so excited and nosy. I feel like whatever you're doing at your job right now, it eventually leads up to you creating something on your own with other people who are like-minded. Okay. I don't know if maybe you meet someone in like the administrative part of it that you maybe connect with, or maybe it's one of the people who go to the hospital. I mean, I don't know, but I think where you're at right now can really help to push you along to the next part. There's no need to rush. Just kind of start getting yourself familiarized with what a 501c3 is, how to establish one, like what you need. I think this is going to be something that will be a project that will take some time. Okay. I hope that answers your question. I hope that gives you clarity, but you're totally on your path already within yourself. You've done a lot of self-acceptance, internal work. You've made a lot of progress with yourself on your journey. Okay. Just keep at it. Excuse me. Okay, so Daddy, this is for just Erica. 2 hours, 15 minutes, 15 seconds. Hi, Erica. So let me go ahead. I'm sorry for clapping at you. I had no idea. Let me go ahead and do a general reading for you, and then we'll do a general scan. All right, here it goes. Let's see what your higher self wants to say. Okay, here goes. 10 of Autumn. Take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones. Making wise investments or planning for retirement. Honoring family traditions. So just Erica, I think this has to do with honoring family traditions. Okay, that's interesting. So honoring family traditions, not with your biological family though. I think the family that's being referenced is your soul family, your cloister. Take steps to ensure financial security. So finance deals with money. Money is currency. Currency is a form of energy. So take steps to ensure energetic security for your children or other loved ones. Your purpose, it feels like it's being activated, not active. It's being fully activated, and you're going to begin to have some pretty interesting things brought before you in this life. Okay. Card number 5, Unity. Ooh, that's deep. Do the right thing for the right person. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritually minded community. Your soul family is coming back to you. Your tribe, your cloister, your soul family, they are finding their way back to you. If you feel very alone right now, if you feel very alone, very misunderstood, very, 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 I like a lot of really intense emotions that kind of swing from moment to moment. If you feel like you're kind of going crazy because everything is just so intense and like, what the heck is wrong with me? That's because enough agitation is being applied to raise up the things that have settled to clear it out. Okay, we're clearing out space. We need to create more space within you to allow for your soul tribe to exist with you. Okay, here in this life, I mean. So, King of Spring, innovative, inspiring, wise, theatrical. Look at your bougie ass. Ooh, look at that shit. I want a headpiece like that. I want a headpiece like that. It's pretty. I'm sorry. A financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause. Ooh, look at his headpiece. So an energetic windfall. I mean, when the soul family arrives, when you have several who are in your presence at a certain point, it will be like a huge surge of energy. And you'll feel the surplus manifesting as all sorts of really fortuitous, fortuitous things. Could be abundance in all its forms, like support, encouragement, love, really being in alignment with the people who are now in your life. And when all of that kind of falls into place, money tends to flow a lot more, okay? So, you know, take it easy. This is a difficult process for most. I would say this is your maybe first major, ascension cycle, the one that breaks the mold, the one that tears down all the walls that have kept you very confined. You've had ascension cycles before, but I think this is the major one, the one that many people refer to as their awakening. You know, for the most part, where you're at right now with your consciousness, it's considered woke. I hate that fucking word. It's considered woke. I'm sorry, that was rude. It wasn't directed at you. It's considered, you know, already in an elevated consciousness, but you're an elevated soul. If you're cloister, that's the baseline. This elevation that people think is like some sort of, wah. No, that's the baseline for our cloister. You're going much higher than that, much, much higher. So be prepared. It's a very lonely ascent. It's a very, very lonely rise. Okay, when you get to the top of that process, that's where your family's waiting for you, your soul family. And they'll begin to find you along the way, okay? You also wanted a scan. General. Hello, Governor. I don't know where that came from. Okay, so let me go ahead and scan you. Your hands are different. Immediately, my attention is drawn to your hands. Your hands are different. They don't look like human hands even. They look like a combination, like a crossing, intertwining of a dragon and a human hand. There's some features to it that still look kind of humanoid, but it's fucking huge, huge. It's this dragon hands. And wait, what? Your tail does badass shit. Your higher side, I don't know if you know, you have a tail. It doesn't extend from your sacrum. It extends from the base of your wing plate. This is like an energetic structure, which is kind of like a diamond type shape, or, you know, like a cut diamond flat on top, and then it goes like that. But it's a plate that exists right there towards the bottom portion of your trapezius, your trapezoids. The fuck? Did I just say? Hold on. Let me just look. Back anatomy. Okay. Okay. Infraspinatus. No, it's not the infraspinatus. Trapezius. That's right. Why do you question yourself, girl? Why do you question yourself? So it's the bottom part. Okay, let me just show you this. Right. Did you not take a picture? Oh, I did. So, I should probably screen rot.
All right.
Okay. Bless you. All right. In red, right there, it's a plate. The wings attach at the top. Right there and there. The tail comes out from here. Just like that. That's what it does. So, wait. You have what looks like a massive, massive dinosaur type tail. It's freaking huge. Oh, no, not a dinosaur. Have you seen the movie Aliens? Oh, you're not on this live. Have you seen the movie Aliens? The mother?
Oh, I know how big the tail is, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, let me show you. Let me show you. Aliens. Aliens. Oh, what? That was made in 1979? Are you kidding me? Okay, so you don't look like this, but the tail looks like that, where it's like the vertebrae is exposed. And your higher self was like, look at this. And the tip of your tail looks, let me try it for you. So the tip of your tail, so this is the tail, right? The tail structure. It has what looks kind of like barbs. And these look like if you were to take, so this is the tail. Just a knife. Yeah, this is fucking perfect. If this is the tail, when it hits something, when it makes impact, burp, in order to pull that out, massive damage, massive damage. So, and it has that all around. So, burp, 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 all the way around, okay? It's more than 4. I would say it's about 6 of those. So you're like, look at this, and your tail looks kind of like a sleek dagger tube, whatever. And you're like, look at this, and it goes, and you whipped it like that from behind, and next thing you know, the prong dagger fucking blade stuff pops out. I don't know what you did, but as soon as it did that, this venom shit popped out the tip. All I gotta say is I'm glad I'm cool with you. I would not want that aimed at me because that looks like it will fuck shit up. So at this point, you're getting prepared for some shit. You have dragon paws and a crazy ass tail in the back. I mean, you going to war? I think you're going to war. I see your chest and you have a chest plate. Your armor is different. Your armor is no longer above your skin. It's integrated into the skin. Bish. Has a war started? Oh, come on, don't be quiet. Bish. Did the war start? A small scared yes. Bish. Are the others ready? No. Do we know who the others are? No. Should I be worried? Should I be worried? No. Okay, well then go back to sleep. We don't gotta worry about anything. Oh, wait. Should just Erica be worried? No. Should whoever stands in front of her as an adversary be worried? That's right. She said yes. Yes. This is old Bish. There's only one Bish. There's only one Bish. All right. So, girl, you're being prepared for something very, very intense. Be ready, okay? I know you can handle it. You've handled everything else in your life. I know you can handle it. I have absolute faith in you, your ability. You're just being prepared at this point. You'll get through it. All right. There we go. So, Oracle C-Tang. You here? She sure is. Bitch, don't tell me no. Sorry. Oracle Tang, are you here? Oracle C-Tang? Right. Maybe she's not here right now. Teresa Chaffel, are you here? Let's see. Divine Light Consciousness, are you here? Oh, thank you, Fig Nation. Oh, thank you, CB Gavel. You guys are so sweet, I swear. I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky. Yes, I swear. Okay, so it's looking a lot like Christmas. Everywhere you go. Okay, I don't think they are here. You know, I just want to say, oh, she's here. Okay, so let's see. All right, let's go ahead and check that out. Check that out. So breathe very deep and very slow. So right now, do you feel like a very mild cramping? Oh, they have a major lag. So Divine Spirit Consciousness, do you feel a mild cramping? Can you do that? Do you have that very, very mild cramping right now? I'm gonna cut my hair like this short.
Don't do it.
Look at it. Look at some crazy shit
Just leave it alone.
underneath. Look. He's doing whatever the
Just
hell it
leave
wants.
it
Look at that.
alone.
Look at that. Corkscrews. Sorry. It's crazy. The bottom half of my hair does tighter, not tight. Well, it can. Okay, so divine spirit consciousness, you have quite a few parasitic things going on in the belly as well as the head. Also some in your very low heart space, stomach area, and very low back. Has something happened recently, and you don't have to give details, has something happened recently to really stress you out? And this is for divine spirit consciousness. I'll get back to you, okay, Oracle? As soon as I'm done. Something's gotten in. It's been very recent, maybe like 2 to 3 weeks. It's been present for about 2 to 3 weeks, okay? You need a parasitic extraction. How have your kids been? Have your kids been struggling the past 2 to 3 weeks? Because I'm wondering, your son has, the one that you asked about when I was live recently. I'm wondering, okay, so we can do this, okay? How old is he? Before I start talking. 11. So we can do this. If you do resonate with this and choose to get an extraction for yourself, he's like at that kind of cutoff line where I can still be able to do an extraction on him without having to involve him. I mean, if you want, you can, of course, if you choose to get an extraction with me, if you want, you can let him know. And I think he's sensitive to energy. So if he's sensitive to energy when I'm extracting, I would probably have to sedate him. That means either he will feel like, okay, I thought it would scare him. I thought it would scare him. But I was like, no, he's not going to be scared. Maybe she can just tell him. He doesn't have to be present. He doesn't have to participate. He's still at an age and at a point in his emotional and intellectual development where you can still make that decision as the mom. And of course, even if you make that decision as the mom, if the higher self says no, then I wouldn't be able to. But I think his higher self would agree. So if you do get an extraction with me, I will also scan him and extract whatever needs to be extracted. Because he's a highly sensitive person. I wouldn't be surprised if he pulls in a lot of like stress, worry, and whatever other energetic stuff you struggle through. I think he just does that naturally and doesn't even realize he's doing that. Does he shut down quite a bit? Like, things that you consider little, he tends to shut down? Oh, shit. Okay, so the partner is a whole different ballgame. They would need to give consent. They, again, don't have to participate, but they would need to at least give consent. If you believe that your partner has a parasite and they end up actually having a parasite, the act of sexual intercourse allows internal access for direct port injection of parasitic seed that will always override extractions because it's bypassing your external shielding and being injected directly internally. So here's the thing with intercourse, the alignment of that makes for the injection directly into your Kundalini containment area. The Kundalini is basically the life flow of energy through all your energetic systems. You access that, it's going to be pumped through your entire energetic field. I don't want to scare you, but I have to be very honest with the gravity of what happens. This is the very reason, and this is not a statement towards you, but this process that I just explained is the very reason that Draconian dark overlords have really used all of our, pop culture, social media, all the different music genres, and even the feminist movement to really encourage promiscuity. I don't really care who you're intimate with. It's none of my business. But just know this is why they promote that. This is why the whole side chick culture, the whole, all of that's what it is about. If you're asking me, and no one asked me. I'm sorry. So divine spirit consciousness, you would need a parasitic extraction, probably a DNA activation as well. With that, I can totally correct. But even if it resonates, if your partner is not going to resolve their circumstance, you will have wasted your money, okay? I don't know how you would address that outside of just letting him know. You're finding it hard to separate. You're in a tough circumstance. I don't have anything constructive to add. Yeah. You would have to wait until you decide how you want to move forward with your partnership. And then, I'm always around. Oh, you already made the decision to leave. You're just waiting for a chance. I mean, I'm not trying to pressure you to leave either, It's just, I'm all about making sure that you fully understand, because my services aren't cheap. And so I want people to know so that they understand this is a commitment, this is an investment. I don't want you to waste your investment if you're not in a position to be able to fully commit. I feel like you're in a position to commit, but you have that other factor of the partner that would interfere with that. So, you can hold off. I can definitely freeze everything. With the freezing that I do this for anyone who purchases a parasitic extraction. I know the wait time for sessions is long for me. I'm booked out pretty far. With that, anytime a parasitic extraction order comes in, my husband lets me know and I do a freeze. And that usually will hold until your appointment date. If you're concerned about like having to wait too long, I like just let you guys know. I don't just leave you hanging. I freeze them. My energy is like feeling like she's like, my energy too says it's time to leave. It'll happen when it's not necessarily the perfect getaway plan, uncertain of like what your plan is. But when it's time, it'll happen. There's no point in me, trying to rush you. You're gonna be okay. You've been through worse. You're gonna be fine. Okay. But yeah, definitely parasitic extraction. I see a lot of parasitic seedings. That's why it's wait, let me see. The belly. Yeah. The head, that, if you're feeling sensations in the head, that has a lot to do with parasitic things trying to interfere with your logic. Because from what you're writing, it sounds like logically, you've come to the logical conclusion that this is not a sustainable partnership. So it tries to interfere with that, create more confusion, create more struggle. Hang in there. You got this. So let's see. Oracle Tang, C Tang. What is C Tang? Am I saying that right?
That's right.
Katang. C Tang. Oracle, are you here? You only see what your eyes want to see. Da, 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 da. Want it to be. You're broken when your heart's not open. You like my singing?
Yeah, I love it.
Are you serious right now?
A little bit.
I can't believe you said it the way you did.
Oh, apologies.
Well, where's Oracle? Wasn't she just here? You know what I hate?
What?
The lipstick won't stay on there.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's just bullshit. Anyways, Oracle Tang. Shall I sing for you guys?
Yeah.
Shall I sing?
Do it.
Well, Tang, give me a song. I don't know what that you've done to me, but it's caused me to act in such a crazy way. Whatever it is that you do when you do. Okay, we got to move forward. Let's see. All right. Bailey White. Bailey White. Girl, that's my jam. 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 I love that song. When did that song come out?
It was when I was a teenager.
Whatever it is that you do. Hi, Bailey. I was like, yeah, that's my jam too. But I wasn't in college yet. I was going to be like, oh, we should have come out. Nah. Here we go. Bailey.
92.
I was almost in college. Almost, like 4 years.
No.
From college. Okay. Bailey. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and start scanning. Start scanning the news. Okay, sorry. Let's see. On the surface level of your energetic bodies, okay, wait, first off, do you feel like your hair's rising? You're running some pretty intense frequency through the surface. Do I make you nervous? Oh, did she answer yes to the nervous question?
I don't remember.
You're just nervous in general. Okay. Yeah, because it's like, girl, I'm not gonna do nothing. I'm just gonna be nosy and look around. So certain types of souls have a highly electric type of energy. You happen to be one of those. Whenever there is a plausible or potential threat, not plausible, potential threat, this type of soul will begin running electricity across the surface of its energetic bodies. So I know that frequency. That frequency looks like just a magical sheen on top of, on the surface. You touch it, you get fucked up. You will get fricasseed like a mofo. You are Blu-ray. That's a Blu-ray tactic. Um, I'm wondering why it's still fired up though. You might feel me touch you, okay? All right. This is not in response to me. I'm actually touching you and you're not trying to electrocute me. That's a knee-jerk reaction that happens. It doesn't matter who it is. Once that defensive measure is triggered, anything that touches it usually will get electrified. I'm touching it. It's not doing anything to me. Do you get weird sensations like the back of your neck, the top of your shoulders, like right at the top of your shoulders, where your neck ends and your shoulders begin? Like right by the spine. Infraspinatus. Sorry, that muscle is really like, that's a sexy name. Infraspinatus. Ooh. Hey, you medicine man. Okay. So, are you sensitive to energy? Because what I'm getting is there's something anchored in that area. It's anchored and you're surging energy in front of you, preparing to discharge it behind you. What did I ask for again just now?
I don't know.
I just totally lost the thread of what I'm saying to you. I'm so sorry, Bailey. What did I say that you would say yes to? Oh, if they are sensitive to energy. Did you feel me put my hand on your energy? Okay. What part of your back did you feel pressure on? Lower, mid, or upper back? So, my question earlier, do you feel any sensations around the back of your neck, upper back area? Do you sometimes feel weird, mild sensations in this area right here? Your throat and your upper, very high heart area. I'm wondering if your sensory is kind of inverted, um, where, because I put my hand on your chest. Right here is where your shoulder blades, upper back would be. Yeah, but you felt it in your back. Um, you're surging energy because there's something that is on your upper back. It's anchored there. Um, I see a lot of inflammation and stagnant energy by the liver and gallbladder area. Um, this tells me, so you do. So it's inverted. It's actually in the back, not in the front. I think this inversion has to do with accessing specific, like areas of your brain that are involved in spatial reasoning. What's it going to say? The inflammation by the liver and gallbladder. This tells me that you need to begin processing some anger and resentment. And it's not necessarily that you're an angry person or you're just very resentful. It's that there is an unresolved something that touches into anger and resentment from an event in your life. I almost want to say it comes from early childhood, like 5 years old. Um, it seems like it's something to do with a father figure. I don't know if it's a biological father or like a stepfather or just a male that you had like a father daughter type of connection with, something to do with that. Um, and an angry child is an angry child. They need help processing their feelings. They need help understanding why things, you know, went the way they did. And so that means you have to begin doing some inner child work. Okay. You can find tremendous amounts of information online for free regarding inner child work, inner shadow work. So those are two things that you should probably begin considering. Also considering a parasitic extraction. You want to remove that because it's altering the way your brain processes things. Um, do you have dyslexia? Do you have learning struggles? I don't know if that's too private a question. If it's too private, you don't have to answer it. This has been present for most of your life. Okay, it's been present from very early on. It's definitely had time to create pathways within your cranial space to alter the flow of energy that can sometimes affect certain processes within the brain. So it can create symptoms of some sort of pathology when really there's no physical thing that's going on within your brain. And sometimes that will present like learning difficulties, um, like dyslexia, where things get flipped. Um, Sometimes it will also create struggles with sensory integration. Um, are you familiar with sensory integration disorder? I fucking have that. It's a pain in the ass. Let's see.
Having syndrome.
What?
Having syndrome.
What did I just say? Sensory processing disorder? What? Sensory integration disorder. Let's see. Symptoms. Okay. So think clothing feels too. They changed it to sensory processing disorder. These fucktards. Sensory integration disorder. You think clothing feels too scratchy or itchy. Think lights seem too bright. Think sounds seem too loud. You think soft touches feel too hard. You experience food textures that make you gag, having poor balance or feeling clumsy, are afraid to play on swings, react poorly to sudden movements, touches, loud noises, or bright lights, have behavior problems. I don't got no fucking behavior problem. I just have a behavior problem. I have all those symptoms. Oh, your mom thought you had this? Yeah, a lot of highly sensitive empaths struggle with this. Those with extremely high frequency, depending on how high your frequency is, it's sometimes very difficult to integrate your divine consciousness into a physical body, and then you'll get the sensory processing things that many of us struggle through. So, with that, when you have sensory processing struggles, you can become very overloaded very quickly. And it's not just like life overwhelms you. When parasitic things are trying to overload you, they will trigger some of those very specific things. Because when those things are present, like the symptoms that I just talked about, you get overloaded real fast, especially like loud places. I'm very lucky. My kids are very, very considerate of me and my struggles. All I have to say is I'm overwhelmed. My senses are overloaded, and everyone will kind of just quiet down and be like, "Mommy's tripping right now. Let's give her a minute." Mommy's tripping right now. Let's give her a minute. We just got to quiet down a little bit. She's tripping. I wouldn't wear most clothes as a child, and I would scream about it. Yes. Like, okay. Do you have that thing where a soft touch feels painful? When like my husband tries to be all sweet and romantical, and then he's like rubbing me like this, I'm like, that shit hurts. It doesn't feel good or sexy or anything. This doesn't even hurt me. Like hard hits don't hurt me, but soft touch fucking hurts so bad. Don't do that. It hurts. So it's like my wires are crossed. I'm wondering if your wires are crossed as well. Maybe not. The crossing doesn't get expressed with the same symptoms as mine does, but with you feeling I put my hand like this on your chest, just like that, and you felt it in back. That tells me your lines are crossed too. It hurts. It hurts to me. Like you have to do it for a little bit. Like at first it's irritating, and then it doesn't take long for it to then hurt, where it feels like the skin was rubbed off completely. Yeah. I think the parasitic thing that's going on behind you is helping to trigger more of this stuff. Okay. Did you used to have sleep paralysis as a child? Excuse me. Okay. So I think everything is pretty contained for you. Like it's not too much of an issue, which is good. It's very, very good. You're a highly sensitive empath. You have very high frequency. Um, well, maybe you should just leave the parasite then. My logic tells me that, okay, so here's the thought process. Um, if it's there and it's feeding so much and causing so much delay in the stimulation, and you haven't struggled that much, why would we remove it? Because if I remove that, it's going to be a full flow of energy, sensation, stimulation. You're probably going to begin to feel overwhelmed and overloaded a lot easier, a lot faster than what you do right now. Um, Maybe we should just leave it alone, unless it's causing you pain, which I believe you said you weren't feeling any weird stuff in that area. Um, oh, but you do experience it in the front. Hmm. All right, so here's the thing, okay? This is parasitic. Um, you can opt to get a parasitic extraction. And honestly, if my logical thinking is correct, as you get more and more overwhelmed and overstimulated, that creates openings for it to come back. And then you got it back again. But that's a pricey experiment. I don't know. I'm cheap. If I were you, I would just leave it. Oh shit. Do you remember how I was saying that it's creating neural pathways within the brain? I was concerned about your brain. Was it a transient ischemic stroke? A T, what is it? Yeah. Transient ischemic attack. It's like a mini stroke that's brief and then it resolves. Was it one of those? Did they actually tell you that it was a stroke? Did they categorize it as a stroke or a transient ischemic attack, TIA, which is basically a mini stroke? Okay. I'm really trying to be responsible in the way that I express express some working theory that I have. It's just a theory um, based on an entire lifetime's body of work. I believe this is causing it. Um, Whether it's causing it or not, you need actual medical assistance by trained, licensed medical professionals, medical diagnostics. Um, so my thing is, I don't think it's going to stop. Okay. So I was like, if you're not experiencing detrimental symptoms, we'll just leave it alone so you don't get overwhelmed. But if you're experiencing symptoms like that, that can potentially be life altering because usually a TIA, transient ischemic attack, mini stroke, it's a precursor to a significant stroke, an actual stroke. Um, so that concerns me, you know. Significant strokes can alter your life for a very long time, if not permanently. Not trying to scare you. I'll leave it up to you. If an extraction is what you need, considering your health history, usually the extractions, I have to do it via email. I don't have contact. I email the results. If you were to select the option of having a parasitic extraction, based on your symptom presentation, you would probably need a 2M extraction, and it would need to be face-to-face. We would have to have a video. I need to be able to monitor your face for any droop. That would be a very delicate thing to do. I am very careful, but that would be a very delicate thing to do. I have to be able to monitor you, okay? God. I will leave it up to you. I can't make any claims or guarantees or promises regarding medical conditions. I'm not a doctor. I can't do that. But I can definitely do things on the energetic side. I'll leave it up to you, whatever feels right for you. If you personally feel that is too much of a risk, listen to that feeling, okay? You know yourself more than I know you. So listen to that feeling. I'm definitely open to assisting, but listen to yourself. If it feels like it's not the thing to do, then don't book a session, okay? I wish you the best of luck with your health. I hope that whatever this is, it's resolved. They can maybe do some sort of, I don't know, what would they do? It's this test. They do a contrast dye. It's a radioactive dye. They scan your brain. I'm wondering if you have some issue with your circle of Willis, maybe like narrowing of cardiovascular pathways. There's this, it's a network of, let me stop. Let me stop. But yeah, I'm wondering if it has to do with your circle of Willis and constriction in a specific area. Yeah, get an MR. I mean, neurologist will order that anyways. I hope that's the end of it. I hope they find what's going on. Maybe a little bit of AFib action, a little bit of, cardiovascular support is needed. Who knows? You will find the answer. You will find the solution. I trust in your ability to heal yourself. Hang in there, okay? Definitely hang in there. It's such a scary thing to experience. It really, really is. All right. Let's see. Oracle, are you here?
Who are you looking for?
Oracle. Oracle Sutang. Yeah, she's here. All right, Oracle. Thank you so much for being so patient. Let's see. All right, so I see the area that you want me to focus on. Immediately, what I'm seeing is a muscular imbalance. It's a muscle imbalance with your hip flexors. Your adductors and abductors are not holding your pelvic girdle in a very sturdy manner. There's a lot of muscle imbalance, weakness, tightening in certain areas. That's definitely going to affect it. I also see your psoas muscle. That's what connects your upper half to your lower half. It connects your upper body to your pelvic girdle. So with that, the psoas muscle is heavily affected by your resistance to your own spiritual path. You're fighting your own process. I don't know if maybe you've been raised in an environment where spiritual topics are taboo. Definitely affecting the way you see things, okay? Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if you also, hold on, if you also have knee problems. What were the areas? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, all but Christ was taboo. I actually had the same issues with my back, to the point where my rejection of myself and my truth, due to my loyalty to religious belief, it caused degenerative disc disease in 2 of my discs. In addition to that, it wore down my meniscus in my knees. I'm pretty foot and that's kind of just some of the result, the physiological symptom presentation of personal rejection of your truth, rejection of your process. You have to do the work to change that. You have to begin allowing yourself to experience the process of shifting the way you see yourself, or it's going to get worse. Okay. Your IT band. Do you have patellar pain? Like the outside of your patella? So inside, outside, towards the top. So wait. Is it the IT band? It's like the tracking. Hold on, let me see. Okay, lateral femoral. No, that's not what we want. Iliotibial tract. That's what's being affected. So if you don't address this now, if you don't begin to address the imbalance with your adductors, abductors, that IT band, as a massage therapist, you know that's a bitch to correct. Hurts like hell. What's going to end up happening, this is going to become so severe that it's going to affect the tracking of your kneecap. Then you're really going to be screwed with your knees and your back. And then to overcompensate, your hips are going to get involved. You're going to be in so much pain. You're also chronically dehydrated, not to critical levels, but you're in a chronic state of dehydrated. And your feet are pronated, I think. Like your ankles kind of curve in. So how I show that? So if your foot was up, instead of your foot, the bottom of your foot being flat, it's kind of turned in like that. So, I don't know how to explain it. You have external rotation. You probably need to wear orthotics as well. I mean, it's a chain, you know? It's a chain. The posterior chain needs to be corrected. There's a lot of drooping, pulling forward. Are you like, do you have big, I'm sorry, I channeled some of my mom just now. Are you big busted? Do you have a big bust? That's what she would say. Oh my God. Are you top heavy? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, when you got a lot up in her, it pulls a lot of weight. And if you don't strengthen your back muscles atrophy even more. You got rid of them years ago. So you got rid of the weight. Did you correct the posture? Girl, was that like was that like a hard thing? I wanted to get a reduction for a long time. I don't think I'm going to. I got one little tooth pulled and fucked me up. I'm still fucked up. Look how swollen I am. Lord knows what will happen to my bazoosums. Okay, so with that, I don't think you corrected the posture. So when you remove the weight, you need to re-strengthen the back muscles, especially the infraspinatus. Hold on. Infraspinatus. Infraspinatus. So, I think if you work on that one, it'll kind of pull your shoulders back. You also have to work on what muscle is that? Just going like this. It really works on some really chronically weak muscles that will affect the health of your rotator cuffs. Aside from that, you have systemic inflammation. Some of the foods that you eat, you're not compatible with. Most likely grains and dairy. Grains, including rice and corn. I'm wondering if you're not compatible with that. One way to test that out, and I'm not a dietitian, doctor, nutritionist, or any else. One of the ways that I would test that out is by abstaining from those food groups for 3 weeks or more. And after that period, I would test just like how you feed a baby their first foods for a few days. That's all. That's the only new thing I would introduce. Just one new thing every few days, and see if I have any reactivity. Uh, wondering. That's super interesting. I can't remember what I had read somewhere regarding blood type, food for your blood type. I think blood type definitely plays a role in frequency type. That'd be interesting to track. I hope that helps. I really hope that helps. Is there, let me see. So I detect some parasitic stuff, but it's almost like it's gone dormant right now. I wonder if it's just like gone still to try and avoid detection. I do sense them in your field, but they're not moving, they're not doing anything, no energy is going towards it. Feels like a tactic, to be honest. Yeah, that's what it does. If they can't run away, then they'll try and hide by going dormant. But I'm sensitive enough to feel their presence even when they're dormant. If it becomes an issue, then consider parasitic extraction. If you can deal with it, you know, eventually you'll grow enough to be able to get rid of it. Eventually, that's my theory. That's my theory. Have I ever met someone that's done that? Maybe one person? I'm not even sure if that's what really happened. I think one person. I'm just looking at anything else. So when you go to modify your diet temporarily to see if you're reactive, you're not looking for allergy symptoms. What you're looking for would be symptoms of food intolerance. And those symptoms present differently than allergy symptoms. When you're intolerant of a food, of a protein, it's not an allergy. It's not going to show up in an allergy test where they prick your skin. It would need to be some sort of blood serum test to search for specific types of antibodies, proteins, things like that in your system. Hold on. Let me just see something. I'm wondering if, do you have any Any Asian in your lineage, in your ancestry? Do you know? You're welcome, Jesserica. That would be interesting to discover. And not the type of Asian descent that I'm wondering about. You have some like Mongolian type energy about you. I don't know if that ties into your question about ancestry. Excuse me, like the ancestral aspect. All right, guys. I'm just exhausted now. I wore myself out. Thank you guys so much for just being super patient. It means a lot that you guys came back, even though I had to really abruptly leave the first live stream. It means a lot to me that you guys are so accommodating for all the things that I have going on in my personal private life. I appreciate it. I really, really do. Thank you. So you guys, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. Turn on that notification bell. What does he say?
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button. Comment down below and buy some merch.
Buy some merch.
Hit the like button. Smash that bell. Comment down below and buy some merch. Okay. Thank you guys. I love you. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow for the Pisces reading and over the weekend for more expedites. Love you guys. Bye.